your space where you at right now, you might need to move. Welcome to Truths with Trey. I'm Trey, your host, where we talk about real things over here. We talk about life, self-improvement, buying a house, marriage. Think of me as a family member, a friend, somebody that's real, no crazy edits, right? I probably take out a few mistakes here and there, but it's just authentic content, all right? You're not going to get fake energy. I'm just a person talking to you. I'm an average person. We'll talk about my life later on in this video, but let's get into it. So I want to talk about letting the old version of you go. For me, I was such a giver, right? I was such a giver, such a people pleaser. And I noticed that I was giving my energy to people that didn't deserve it, right? And it was hurting me. And it hurt me for a while, and I didn't know what was going on, and I just did not let that person go, that old version of me go. It's just like giving somebody a gift, and you worked hard for it. You put your hard-earned money into it, and when you give it to them, you're so happy. You're so happy. You're so excited, and when you see them open it, they just don't give you the reaction that you think that gift deserves. So that's what I was doing in real life. I was giving people advice. I was helping people, giving people my time, my energy, and I just was not getting that in return. I wasn't getting filled up. I was too busy filling up people, and I wasn't getting filled myself. So I had to let that old version of me go and learn how to move through life and learn how to discern on who needs my energy, right? So I want you to do the same thing, right? I want you to look at your old self, right? Or look at yourself now. And I want you to think about what you're doing for people, what you're doing for their workspace, what you're doing in life, and are you receiving that same energy back? And if you're not, we need to change that, right? Because you cannot grow, right? You can't grow if you're still holding on to old habits. Some habits you can keep, but some habits you have to let go. That's probably why you can't progress like you want to, because you have to let that old self go, that self of self-doubt, doubting yourself, telling yourself you can't do it. There is work to get into where you need to be, but you have to let that old self go. You got to kill it off, right? One of the biggest things right now, like you're listening to this video, is self-improvement. One of the biggest things you can do for yourself is make yourself better. You can start with just getting a routine for yourself, right? Look at yourself now in the mirror, see, love yourself, but see what you want to improve on, right? Maybe it's your skin, maybe it's the whiteness of your teeth, maybe it's the muscle tone in your body. All those things you can change, right? You can change. And when you start changing those things and you start feeling better about yourself, you let those past traumas go. Those past traumas that you have are related and combined with that old person, that version of you. You need to elevate yourself, right? Bad habits that you have, eating habits, exercising, work habits. Instead of going out and walking in the park, you would rather just sit on the couch and scroll all day and think about businesses and watch videos about businesses instead of getting out there. That's the old self. You have to let that go. Let that old self go. Let that old self be in the past. And along with letting the old self go, sometimes you have to let old friends go. You have to let old friends go. I like to talk about that as well. Some people are just not meant to go with you where you go. It's just point blank, period. You can't move forward sometimes with old friends. You may love them. You may have had a lot of experiences with them, but people are there for a season, right? People are there for a season, and their season may come back again. It may come back. They may come back in your life, right? But if you're trying to progress, you really got to look at who's around you and can they move forward with you? Are they speaking life into you? Are they growing with you? Is that part of your old self? And then do you see them in your future? Sometimes you got to just close your eyes and think about the future that you want. You got to envision it. You got to feel it, right? I did that a long time ago. I was talking to my wife, right? And I was like, babe, one day I'm going to have this. I'm going to be making this much. I'm going to live in this place. And at that time, we were living in a 1-bedroom apartment. It took about 10 steps to go from the bedroom to the kitchen to the living room. But I had big dreams, right? I had big dreams when I would close my eyes and I would feel it. It's like I could smell the air, right, of where I was going to be at. I could feel the couch that I was going to sit on. I just envisioned and I embodied it, but I knew that the version of me then was not going to be the version of me in the future. I knew I had to make some changes, and that's what I did. I started studying more. I started reading more. I started watching more educational content. I started taking care of my body more. And did I make mistakes along the way? Of course. Of course, we all going to make mistakes. But I wanted to build, right? I surrounded myself with like-minded people. I surrounded myself with successful people. I told my little brother the other day, it just made me think. It made me think. I told my little brother, right? This is a rule I have when it comes to working in the job, right? Look at your job, look at your supervisor, then look at your supervisor's supervisor. Do you like what your supervisor? Do you like what they have? Do you like their life? Do you like the way they work? Do you like their hours and all that? And if you don't, you might need to make a little change, because if you stay there long enough, that could be you, right? That could be you. So wherever you're at right now, and the path that you're on right now, the version of you right now, I want you to look at people around you. Look at people that you think that have succeeded in the area, in the space that you're in. And do you like the life that they live? Not saying copy it, be yourself, be authentic, but do you like the life that they live? Because the company that you surround yourself with, that's usually how you're going to turn out. And if you don't like it, well, you have to let that version of yourself go, right? You have to create a new you, right? You have to go through some pains, some heartaches. It sucks running. It sucks running. It sucks working out. I'm not a workout person. I don't like working out. I have to because of my job, but I don't like doing it. But when I'm done, I grow, right? And I look back and I'll be like, man, shoot, I put that time in running. Now I'm faster. I can run longer. I can breathe better. It hurt. I had to let that old part of me go. It hurt. But look at me now. I'm better. It hurts to leave family behind. It hurts to be true with yourself. It hurts to say no. It hurts to say no sometimes, right? Because you really want to say yes. You really want to be genuine. You really want to love and show compassion. And it hurts to say, no, I can't do that. No, I don't agree with that. It hurts, but it's necessary. It's necessary to grow. You have to just shed all the stuff that you have now. If you're not where you want to be and you want to grow, you have to shed all that off. You have to shed all that off, kill it, let it go, leave the traumas with it, leave the bad experiences with it, and let it go and move on and make something new, right? Moving. Your space where you're at right now, you might need to move. You might need to move. Point blank, period. Easier said than done, I know. But think about your town and where you're from. You're comfortable. You're comfortable. You've seen just about everything in there. You know just about everybody there. You're not going to grow like you want to. You need to move. There are some people that can stay in their area and really be successful, but for the average person, they have to move. They have to get to an area where they're uncomfortable. Like I said, it's going to hurt. When me and my wife moved up to Maryland, we moved to D.C. first, and it was very uncomfortable. We were used to living in the country, right, having our own space, not so crowded, this, that, and the third, but it was very uncomfortable, but we knew it was necessary in order for us to move to the next level. The things that we wanted in life, we could not get them back at home. I don't care how hard we worked. I don't care how hard we grinded. We were not going to get what we wanted because the opportunities just weren't there. And if you look around in your area, when you envision your future, think about the area you're in. Like, are those things there? Are those opportunities there? And if they are there, why don't you have them? Maybe you need to go reinvent yourself somewhere else. Maybe you need to go be a new person. Maybe it's too much that has happened in that hometown or where you live then it's just holding you down, and you need to go somewhere where you can start a new slate. Like I said, it's gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna be a new place. You're gonna have to make new friends and all that, but that's okay. It's a blank canvas. You can paint whatever picture you want to paint on it. All right. So taking the old version of you, leaving it behind, creating a new version of you. And what does that version look like? All right. I want you to start making new habits. I want you to start eating better. I want you to start fasting if you can. Have a better spiritual connection. Start saving money. Do something like that. When me and my wife got up here, we definitely started being more healthier. We were more health conscious about what we eat, whether we drank, what we drank. If we drank too much, we had these conversations all the time. Back at home, we were comfortable. We was around family. It really didn't seem that bad, but we're here by ourselves. We have a few family members here, but for the most part, we're here by ourselves. We don't have as many people around, so we got to make sure that we straight. We got to make sure we in the best health. We got to make sure we got enough money just in case something happens and we have an emergency, because we live hundreds of miles away from our original family that we would usually lean on. But that has made us stronger. I have saved more money here, right? And it's not just because I'm making more in a spot. I have saved more money here because I'm way more conscious about it. I'm way more conscious about my budget versus when I was at home. When I was at home, I felt safe. Like, shoot, if something happened, real talk, we got good parents, man. We can just go stay with them, But I can't say that here. I can't say, like, if my car break down, shoot, I just call my dad or call an uncle or somebody to come get me. We really can't say that here, right? Like I said, we got some family here, but at the same time, it's a small group, and they got their things of their own. It's not like a big community like we had at home. But it made us stronger. It made us more conscious about what we do. And I want you to do the same thing, right? Take yourself today and just take a breather. Put the phone down. When you're done watching this video, put the phone down. Now, I really want you to envision what you want. I want you to be real with yourself. I want you to ask yourself those hard questions. Am I doing what I need to do to get to the next level? What traumas do I have that I'm holding on to? Why am I still here in this same spot? Is there somewhere else I want to go? How do I get there? What can I change about myself? What can I change about the people around me? Who can I change? Who can I delete from my life? I want you to ask yourself those questions today. All right. If you would, leave a comment below. Subscribe, come back. This is the kind of content that we talk about. Like I said, this is real talk. I want to talk about real life. And I hope you enjoy it. And you have a good day. All right. Go out there, do some great things, and be blessed.